Tacit. Your silence implies tacit consent. What does it mean? It refers to information that is understood without acknowledging it, implied without being stated, understood without words or speech, without being expressed directly. A tacit agreement or approval is where parties give their silent consent and raise no objections. Let's look at some examples. No one actually claims this is how the brain works, but there is a tacit assumption that it might be. I absolutely don't say I love you. This is because of the tacit understanding. It implies a tacit admission of equality, which can be almost priceless. The response from tacit agreement to outrage was enormous. In both cases, tacit knowledge and experience is accepted as valid. Media companies may operate tacit or explicit collusion just as easily as politicians. His answer depends on a distinction between tacit and explicit consent. The people, by a tacit and irrevocable act of delegation, had handed over their powers to the monarch. In tacit agreement, they separated before reaching the farm. The deal had the tacit approval of the president. By tacit agreement, the subject was never mentioned again. The question was a tacit admission that a mistake had indeed been made. By tacit agreement, his friends all avoided any mention of his mentally ill wife. Our greatest tacit understanding is that I don't care, you ignored me. The leader has plenty of tacit supporters worldwide. There was a tacit understanding that we didn't want to see each other again. The decision to settle out of court was seen as a tacit admission of guilt. Your silence may be taken to mean tacit agreement. The blush was a tacit answer. He tacitly admitted that the government had breached regulations. The rebels enjoyed the tacit support of elements in the army. It is submitted that this represented no more than a tacit understanding between staff members. He said that smugglers were operating with the tacit approval of the community. They interpreted my silence as tacit acceptance. There may be tacit or explicit resistance to these new ideas. She smiled in tacit agreement. He gave tacit approval to the plan. Holding hands might be a tacit acknowledgement that a boy and girl are dating. Even in conservative Hong Kong, there was a sense of tacit support and envy.